Yo, buddy. It's Dr. Rubano, everybody. It's Dr. Rubano.
Thank you, everybody. Steven, centrifugal force. Centrifugal force. My physics classes, high school and college, they assured me it was a figment of my imagination. But I know they're wrong. They're lying. Think about it. The Earth is spinning on its axis, trying to fling us out into space, 1,000 miles an hour. It's flying around the sun, trying to cast us out in the void, 1,000 miles a minute. And our solar system is flying around the galaxy and through the universe, 1,000 miles every single second. Think about it. It has to be real. In fact, everybody, please don't move. Don't move because anything can set it off. I'm flying off the stage, thinking that the ceiling is going to slow me down, but no, through that noisy vent, I see this building receding in the distance. The Earth is getting smaller, past the sun in a roar. And ahead, I see the moon getting larger and larger until it fills the whole sky. And I see him in front of me. You probably recognize him. Scraggly, white, long hair and beard, long pea coat, and a wool cap and boots. And in his hand, he's holding the wheel. Captain, where are we going? I'm sorry, son. You're mistaken. We are not going anywhere. And with that, he thrusts the wheel into my hand, into my hands. How will I know where I'm going? Mind the ratio, son. The ratio? The ratio between the forces, casting us out into the void, and the forces bringing us back home. And with that, the captain is shrinking, the moon is getting smaller and smaller. But how will I know where I'm going? And off in the distance, I can hear him say, remember the key. And the captain is getting so small, I'm shouting at him, what is the key? And I'm not even sure if I hear his voice or if it's just the sound of the solar wind as I'm rushing past the sun. Key of D. And with that, I'm back into this building on this stage in front of you. 3, 1, 4, 1. Life's not fair when you're a millionaire, and no one seems to care that it's not fair. fair, and I don't wanna share. They're always in my hair, and it's not fair. I don't get food aid, and I don't get free Medicaid, and I don't get heating aid, and I don't get housing Section 8. No one gives me charity. They tax my social security, and I don't get free lunch. They subsidize a bunch on my health care. Life's not fair when you're a millionaire. No one seems to care that it's not fair. Life's not fair, and I don't wanna share. They're always in my hair, and it's not fair. I pay more for my financial plan. I pay more for my congressman. I pay more for my trainer. And I pay to lobby my swamp trainer. I pay more for monuments and for presidents and for governments. And I pay to keep the poor, the scum away from my door thinking. Life's not fair when you're a millionaire. And no one seems to care that it's not fair. Life's not fair, and I don't wanna share. They're always in my hair, and it's not fair. Those damn elites always calling me the cheat when on Wall Street. They just can't admit defeat, they get their sweets. Sucking on the government teeth with a trick or treat. Yeah. You can all just smell my feet, my nasty tweet. Will leave you all in complete despair. La la la, life's not fair when you're a millionaire. And no one seems to care that it's not fair. La la la, life's not fair, and I don't wanna share. The rose in my hair, it's not fair. They tax my beach house, and they tax my boathouse, they're gonna tax my airplanes, no. And they should tax my capital gains, and they'll get my corporate jet, yeah. And they haven't budged my hedge fund yet, and they tax me when I frat. And they haven't cracked my super PAC, and they tax my yacht. They tax me like I got a lot to spare. La la la, life's not fair, and you're a millionaire. No one seems to care, it's not fair. La la la, life's not fair, and I don't wanna share. You're always in my hair, and it's not fair. Life's not fair when you're a billionaire. I don't have a buck to spare, so please don't stare. Life's not fair when you're a zillionaire. We're gonna take your share, so best beware. Please don't complain, 'cause life's not fair. I told you life's not fair. Why don't you just become a millionaire? Someone lied to me that it was a TP. My name is Dr. Rubano. On a day when we celebrate the life of a man with probably the most famous and the most noble dream of anybody I can think of, thank you for letting me share my dream, which is neither famous nor noble. You can find the musical portion of that journey on my album, which is called Stealing Time. Dr. Rubano, you can find it wherever you stream your music. Thank you very much.